This is on the Reutzel job, number 55495. Install on 929 and 30 by Kevin. And there's two systems here. If you come down the stairs, walk in the door here, we have the basement system and the main floor system. So I'll go over a few things beforehand, before I go over my notes. But we have two zone panels here. Both these systems are zoned. We are removing the basement zone system. So remove all three dampers. And I made you a patch for this. Excuse me. But we're leaving the main floor zone system as is. On the basement floor, we are just replacing the thermostat here, and we're abandoning, getting rid of the other thermostat, which I believe is, I don't know where it is, upstairs somewhere, I think. So the first furnace, we're going to scoot it over so it's 3 3/4 of an inch from this wall. To do that, we're going to have to extend this gas line. So I'm giving you a 4-inch nipple and then reuse it to the caulk. So I have a cut line right here. And so it's going to be straight across with this. And this is kind of weird how I did it. These are actually 2 ducts. But to get a starting collar, I just made it 1. And, oh, I didn't put my cut line there, but the cut line is actually going to be all the way to the wall here. Because you can have a starting collar in 3.5 inch. Anyway, so it's just 4 3/4, so it's a 3 3/4 inch starting collar. And then I gave you a 8 by 1.5 inch end cap, just to seal those ducts in between them. So that's the kind of weird part. And then we'll just put a starting collar on the front for the front. So you have to cut through your S's in there. That's why I kind of cut here, but then these lines come down. You know, you're going to cut up here, then you get the gist. Then I give you a patch for that. Starting collar, then there's your patch. Then duct just as it shows. Existing coil, we're going to clean the coil. First we'll sit on a base. Filter box, 5 inch wide. No liner or veins in either 90s. Duct just as it shows. Let's see, I didn't write that. 1 inch out. Yes, it's 1 inch out. So, on the return, I have cut right here, and then 1 inch from each side. Bottom flat. Okay. Okay, combustion air is okay. It's right there. Vent. So So remove the flex, prevent flex, and you're going to reuse this 4-inch and the 4 to 5 reducer, increaser, and rehook up with, I give you these fittings. So the gas, so remove and reuse the back 3/4 inch 90. From there you're going to add a 3/4 inch coupling, 3/4 by 4, and reuse that stuff to come over and put a T with the drip leg and stuff, flex, and 12-inch into your furnace. Ran out of room there. AC, you're going to clean the coil. So I ordered you a can of coil cleaner. Drain to the floor, standard order. And just FYI, this is going to come up 6 inches and then go over some. So you can probably keep the nut cut into the coil line. I would, if it were me, I would hang it and try to bend it to where it's going to go. Okay, sorry, it's going to be a long video. Drain to the floor, right there, standard order. Thermostat, you're going to put on the L40 in the basement, remove the main stat. Power, you're going to relocate it to the right side, right there. Reuse it. I'll give you 2 box connectors for your flex. Add switch protector on furnace and AC. Remove all dampers and zone panels. I put panels, but it's just panel because we're just removing the one for the basement, so I'll scribble out that S. Okay, back of furnace is 8 inch from the wall, and that's 3 3/4 to the wall. Okay, then we have the main floor furnace. Combustion air is okay. Okay, so I'll just go over. So we're going to move the furnace over 10.5 inches to the wall, which is right tight to this 10.5, which is pretty much right tight to this. So you're going to have to turn this T one way or the other. So your furnace will butt up next to it. And the back of the furnace is 5.5 inches from the back wall, same as the supply duct. So we're going to reuse the existing wood base, reuse the existing furnace, but we're going to add a new coil. So on the side of the here, I gave you a fitting, and it's only 1.25 inches wide because it's going to be 1.5 inches total. So I made it 1.25 inches. But I'm going to put this 1 inch in, so this will be on the ground. So I'll come up 1/2 inch. I'll come up 1/2 inch, and they'll just go up. So that's just what we have to do to get this double stack filter box in. And 7-inch wide box, 90 duct just as it shows. That's a side view of it. I came the bottom up 1 inch, so you can just have the flange screw up to, but your cut line's right. there and then side to side. So on your supply, your cut line is at the slip all the way around, and then on the front I put an arrow right there. You can barely see it, it's behind that, but your cut line's right there. You can pull the pipe a little bit to see it, but and then I'm just making this one fitting for your starting collar. That's kind of what we have to do to get a starting collar there. And then when you get your duct up, just seal in between the two. Like put, just a slip or something, or drive and seal it inside the duct. So furnace base, new coil. Then I put, this will be a fitting 7.5. Right will go over 4 inches, so we can get a starting collar here. Canvas will be 6 inches wide. Okay, let's see here. Vent tie into the existing 3-inch PVC. So I gave you a new 2 to 3 reducer. So just cut this here. Oh, you can probably just unscrew this and get rid of it. I gave you 20 feet of 3-inch just in case you wanted to redo it up here and make it a little bit better than it is. It's pretty crappy. And 690s and 645s and a coupling, so you can do whatever you want. I'm not going to order you any 2-inch pipes, so just keep a section of 2-inch pipe for this. Boy, they didn't even glue this right here. FYI, you can just take this apart. Yeah, I'll still order you one because you probably need it to move it. Anyway, okay. Gas, I already went over it. You're going to rotate the T as needed. Then from the caulk, you're going to add from here. So put this forward. You're going to add 2 T drip leg. And then a flex, and then a 90 and a 12-inch into your furnace. Oh, and then 90, you're going to have to go around gas valve on this one. AC, I took a picture of it. I'll send it with this video. I'm not going to walk out there again, but I wrote on the AC what one we're removing. It's the big one. But we're going to flush the 7/8 line set. Oh, I forgot to write. The submittals on the AC say it's 1 1/8. So I'll give you 2 1 1/8 copper reducers to 7/8. I'm giving you 12 feet of 7/8 Rubitex, a big pad. Use the existing disconnect. The existing 40 amp breaker is okay. Drain just to the floor, standard order. Thermostat, put on 2 new L40s. Lance is going to get another thermostat for, one was ordered for the job. He had one on his desk and he's ordering another one for it. We're going to leave the zone system on this one. Power, we're going to reuse the box and switch. I'm ordering you a cover for it, and I'll order you 2 box connectors. Put on the RDS kit, put on surge protectors on the furnace and AC. And that's it. Thanks.